Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Today with Tony Tone. We're here. Hy-Vee is closed one day a year out of the 365, and that day is Christmas. As much as I would have liked to have thought, well, maybe we're closed on President's Day. No, it's just Christmas Day. That's it. We're open on Christmas Eve till I can't remember what time it was. I worked, and Thanksgiving and all those other holidays. So we are here. We're with you. And good morning. It's a little, I drove in a little bit of rain, so that's kind of what the forecast has in store, even though the weather, the temps are going to be like 50, maybe 60 degrees today. We are looking at a little bit of rain, which is weird because it's February. Could be snow. How about that snow on Saturday? I was the guy that, and I look at the forecast, I talk about the weather on this show. I looked out the window Saturday and I was like, huh? It's snowing? And how much it's... Jeez Louise, if that wouldn't have quit, we would have been buried. And it was like a heavy, wet snow. And I was out there shoveling and then it was melted. So I don't know if I just could have saved myself the trouble. But I do hope you had a good weekend. We had Muskie boys basketball. Last regular season game was on the road Friday at Pleasant Valley. Tough loss. They have playoff action. We'll talk more about that this week. What did I do? Saturday I went and watched Scott County Wrestling, so shout out to those guys, Merrick Brave and the crew. That's a lot of fun. It was at the Walcott Coliseum, and it's folks that are trying to do a little wrestling on the side, a la WWE, but again, it's SCW, and you should check them out if you get a chance. There's a couple guys from Muscatine that wrestle, and that's part of the reason why we went. Latin Thunder, our buddy Juan, he's been wrestling for a while, and he performed on Saturday, and it was great to see him along with everybody else. There's a wrestler whose wrestling name is Crotch that I also think is from Muscatine, and I wish I was making that up, but that's his wrestling name, and the whole gimmick is hilarious, and that's probably long enough talking about wrestling. So welcome in. I should also mention that we kind of had that like stomach crud bug at my house this weekend, so I'm feeling a little out of it, but I'm here. And as I introduced my first guest, I told her off the air that I normally shake hands with everybody, but at the risk of getting anybody sick, I don't want to. Officer Whitney Pena from the Muscatine Police Department is here. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I would elbow bump, but again,
yeah.
I know that you're with child.
Correct.
So that's like talk about people that can't get sick.
Right. Keep
police officers and police officers that are pregnant.
Correct.
So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So we've known each other a couple years now, and I don't even know the answer to this. So let's start with, like, how long have you been a police officer in Muscatine?
I just hit my 10 years on the 7th of
Whoa!
January. I know.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I started when I was 22, so.
That is incredible.
Yeah. Yep, 10 years.
Does it feel like 10 years?
It doesn't, no.
Wow.
I know, when I look back, I'm like, geez, I feel like I just started, but.
So nobody can call you a rook anymore. It's been a long time.
But I've been in the school for so long,
yeah.
so like when I ever go on patrol, they're always like, oh, you're new. No.
So you are, is it school resource officer?
Correct.
Okay, so is that what you've been doing for the 10 years primarily?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you were at which school?
So I was at the high school for 7 years.
Okay.
And
Wow.
then I took a break to have my first child.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm at the middle school.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And it's it's a tough job for sure. My dad retired from like 30 years with Chicago Police Department, and it's every day is something different. And I'm sure that that's the same in the schools, right?
It is, absolutely.
So for folks that are watching and they think, well, why do we need a school resource officer? Give us some examples of the things that you do that you can talk about, obviously.
Well, most of my job at the school resource officer, it's not just about police work. I do a lot of counseling. I do a lot of, we do some girls groups, and it's just more for me is about the rapport and meeting the kids and just letting them know that, like, it's a good thing to know police officers. It's a good thing to talk to us. Now, obviously, some things I do have to be in,
Sure.
police involved, but
Sure.
I'd say 80% of my job is just more of a meeting them and counseling them and diffusing all the middle school drama.
Oh my gosh, you thought you were away from it.
Oh man, yeah.
I can't even imagine what it's like in 2018, again, with the advent of things like social media. And while it's not your job per se, I mean, you have to deal and help them with a lot of those things,
Correct,
like you
yeah.
said. So that's interesting. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Good for you.
I know, it's awesome.
Wow.
I know.
So is this, you plan on just retiring, staying in Muscatine on the force for the next 20 or whatever?
Oh, 20?
Well, I don't know how long you have to work.
I think like 12 years.
Listen, I just started at Hy-Vee. I got to probably work here 40 years. I don't
think
know.
like 12 years I can retire and be
Wow.
vested.
Okay.
I can't obviously collect because I'll be too young, but I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I might just
12 years.
work at Hy-Vee or, you know.
Yeah, hey, you're hired. If I'm still here in 12 years, maybe
Yes.
I'll be in a capacity where I could hire you.
I could be like undercover.
How many, obviously you might not know the answer to this, but there's a lot of men and women on the force. And I've had the pleasure of getting to know a lot of them. And the community involvement is so important, right? So
Yeah.
last Monday, I can't believe it was a week ago, we had the Special Olympics versus Muscatine police and firefighter game. That was a blast. And it was
Yeah.
the first year that the police department got
Correct.
involved, right?
Yeah.
That's super
I
cool.
sat with a gentleman and he said last year there was about half the number of
Okay.
of people that there was this year. So I
Wow.
equate that to, you know, being the police being involved.
Of
but
course.
you know,
No offense, fire department. Don't take it personally.
they've already beat us once in the Battle
Right,
of the
that's
Badges
true.
game. So I mean there's already some bad blood.
But isn't it important, I mean, for the police department to be involved?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
The guys had so much fun. They were like, this was a blast.
Yeah.
Now they're going to like practice and, you know, Ted Hillard from the fire department, he's just so good with, you
I know.
the actions and stuff. So now the guys are like, we need to get some practices in.
So you referenced Battle of the Badges, which was last summer. Was that?
Yeah,
that was
summer,
summer,
fall,
right?
yep,
yeah.
yep.
And that was a softball game
Yeah.
that was unbelievably well
Yeah.
attended.
It was awesome.
I can't believe it was at Muster Park,
Muster
right?
Park,
I'm still
yep,
trying
yep.
to know all these park names.
Yep.
And so that was that the first time that had
That was
happened?
our first year.
Okay, so and
Yeah.
that was something because you and I had spoke about that when I was at the other job. That was something that you were passionate about seeing come to fruition, and boy, it was like there was essentially like a carnival, a
Yeah.
softball game.
We knew we wanted to raise money,
Mm-hmm.
and I think party planning was I should have been a party planner.
Sure.
So as soon as Nate from the fire department brought that to me, I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
To go. So yeah, we're hoping to obviously be bigger and better next year, but
And it was super competitive.
super competitive. Yeah.
Now we should say that this was police versus fire.
Correct.
Right. But again, man, we were down there for a while, and the weather it wasn't super hot.
Nope, it was
everything kind of
gorgeous,
came.
yeah.
And if you had I have a 5-year-old and 3-year-old, there's so much for them to
Absolutely.
do. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
All
it
the
was a
games.
blast.
Yeah. So that'll happen again.
That will happen again.
Do
Yes.
you have a date yet or
we
not?
don't.
Okay.
No. Nope.
All right.
But yeah, it's gonna happen.
I feel like you could also be a police party planner.
I
You could
agree.
plan parties for police.
Yes, I think that needs to be in the works.
PPP.
Yes.
I like that. Police party planner. I can't say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
But, okay, so what else is coming up? Because there's, I don't want to say the name of it wrong, but there's an organization that you guys support in town that helps out kids with a big yard sale, right?
Yeah. The CPC, so it's our Child Protection Center.
How could I get that wrong? It's not that hard.
No.
CPC. But isn't there like an Mississippi? Isn't there like an MVC?
Yeah.
It's a little bit right.
Right,
Bail
it's a
me
longer
out.
name.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so that's always the weekend of citywide yard sales.
Gotcha.
So we're not sure exactly on when that date is, but
Sure.
we are now accepting donations. We will take anything. Furniture's good.
Nice.
And you can start dropping that stuff off at CPC. All they would ask is that you just call and let them know, just to make sure somebody's there.
And we have that up on the screen right now. Mississippi Valley Child Protection Center, 1600 Mulberry Avenue, kind of right near the hospital.
Right now, right
Yeah.
you entrance the house.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
right there.
Yep.
So that is, boy, that's a big event, and we'll talk
And it's
more
all
about
by
that.
donation, so yep, everything stays here locally, right at the CPC.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be good. That's coming up very soon. Well, it'll be here soon the way time goes by,
God, I know.
right?
Yep.
Here we sit, President's Day, St. Patrick's Day is on the way. Yeah. So child protection, that's obviously another big, obviously makes sense for the police to be involved.
Right.
But, there's a lot more from parades and just doing things like Coffee with a Cop, which I think is great.
Which the last one was at Hy-Vee, so
Nice.
we try to rotate. We've done McDonald's, Taco John, so I don't know, but I know our next one's coming up.
Cool.
We've started to do a lot more foot patrols just to kind of get
Sure.
in the businesses and just be seen and So obviously, if there's any businesses that feel like they need a little extra tender love and care, or need us, to do some walkthroughs,
have a presence, if you will.
Right. Message our Facebook page. Usually, I'm the one that monitors that, so I can respond.
Sure.
And
isn't it amazing? So 10 years ago, Facebook was relevant, but certainly not what it is today.
Right.
Do you get a lot of messages on the Facebook page?
We do. Yeah, it's shocking.
Yeah. Right. It is probably. I mean, that's how, like, probably before we were Facebook friends, I would send messages to the page.
Right.
And you don't know who's responding. But
right.
yeah, I mean, that's a whole other thing that you have to be paying attention to, right? And again, there's some things we can't talk about, but it's probably safe to assume that some reports have maybe been made. How does that work? Can you make a report through Facebook, or no? Do they still have to make an official? They
would still have to make an official report, but that just at least gives us a connection to them to be like, hey, come in and see Officer Pena,
Sure.
So.
And we're looking at your Facebook page right now. There were some pictures from the Special Olympics basketball game, and just another great set of pictures showcasing, again, all the involvement. I know that you guys donate some bicycles throughout the course of the year when the Muscatine Community Y does their big Halloween event.
Your son won one.
I was going to say,
right?
Yeah, when it was at MCSA, my son was fortunate enough to win a bike.
Wasn't rigged?
No, it was not. Right, we should say. It was not rigged.
No.
Hy-Vee Today viewers. It was not. But no, I do think it's important to be involved for sure. And I guess I have a different perspective because I grew up with a dad that was a police officer, and a lot of his friends were cops or firefighters that were on the job or off the job. And that's a good way of saying you're still working or you're retired. That's police lingo, right? On the job, off the job. So I've never had an issue like I don't get nervous when I see police or firefighters, because usually if I'm calling 911, something bad's going on.
Correct.
And like, not that I'm a total chicken, but if there's a building on fire or something going down, I usually want the professionals to handle it.
I agree.
And I have to say that I was involved in a pretty gnarly car accident on January 17th coming to work at the intersection of Mulberry and 61. And the only thing that's really comforting after an accident like that is how everything goes. So there was an off-duty cop that was a witness who called it in, and I can't think of his name, but thank you. He called it in so quickly that when MPD showed up, the tow truck was there already. So that worked out really well. And then out of the Muscatine Police Department vehicle comes Corporal Jason Williams, who's been a friend for a while, and then Officer Danielle Raisback was the second responding, and they're both like, "Oh, it's you? Are you okay?" So, and I was, thank God, because it was pretty gnarly. But just that whole process, because I was in shock for sure, going 50 miles an hour, hitting a car that was probably going 40. And they just were super calm, and that's what they're there for.
Right.
And then I had to come down to the station to pick up a copy of the police report, and that process was easy.
Good. That's what we try, because I think police in general can be kind of scary to most people, so anything we can do to make it not so scary.
But you would agree that it's just a job. Like, that's the thing that I stress. Like, it might be more of a lifestyle job than most, but it's just like normal men and women that decide to do this career, and it's a dangerous one, it's a rewarding one, but at the end of the day you're going home to your families,
right,
to your
friends.
That's
the main goal.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I don't know, maybe you got, and it's always people that like, and granted, I've had speeding tickets, and
so have I.
Right. Or the occasional rolling of a stop sign. But that's our own fault, right? That's not your fault. That's what you're there for.
They always need somebody to blame it on, though.
Well, I'm going to do my best to make sure I hit the full 3 seconds at those stops.
Good.
I can't blame the ice because there's no ice on the road, right?
Very true, yeah.
Can't blame the weather. All right, I'm glad you came on. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about that because you came very prepared, which I appreciate.
I did. I wrote notes because I just wasn't sure.
No, it's excellent.
One program that we're starting, the police department and juvenile court have started a girls group. So we have 8 girls from Central Middle School that we have done an 8-week course, and we take them. Actually, Chef Tess is going to do a healthy cooking class for us, so we're excited about that.
That's great.
Yeah, just 8 weeks, just to kind of show them, that there's other things to do, and it's fun.
So, did you have today off because there's no school, and you agreed to come on still?
No.
Oh, you have to work.
I have to work.
Okay, all right.
I'm on light duty from pregnant. Yeah.
Right.
So
when are you due?
August.
Holy moly.
Forever.
Yeah. It's gonna be a warm summer.
I know. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, I'm glad that you're here, and thanks for all that you do and everybody on the force.
Thanks
like I
for
said,
having me.
it was great to see the team that came together to take on Special Olympics last week.
Oh, they had a blast. Yeah.
And I can't wait for
There
Battle
will
of
be
the
more.
Badges Part 2. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many good organizations in Muscatine that are worthy of the support. It's got to almost be tough to pick and choose.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. If you think there's something that you would like police involved or just have us come and talk or anything, reach out to us, please. You know, message our Facebook page, stop down, shoot us
Call
an
the
email.
non-emergency number.
Yeah, actually, my
Right.
dispatchers are watching, so
Oh,
they
good.
want a shout out. So,
Okay.
Hi,
What's up?
Chris and Rachel.
Chris and Rachel, Muscom, right?
Yes, Muscom, yeah.
Talk about a stressful job.
I know.
So,
they are awesome.
You know, you think about it like this. I get into that accident, and I'm just using my own example because it was recent. So that off-duty officer calls in. So they're receiving these 911 calls.
Right.
All day.
All day.
And then they have to dispatch the information
And then not
to
only
everybody.
911, they just get calls about, hey, what's City Hall's number? Hey,
boy.
what's the snow emergency? You know.
There's a loose dog on
Correct.
my street.
Absolutely.
I've made that call before.
Yeah.
I've made that call. It's a
I have
non-emergency.
too.
Hey, there's this, well, I'll maybe just, yeah. Anyways, there's a loose dog. It's still around. We gave him the
Correct.
nickname of Ralph the dog, which is
Oh,
ironic
good.
because we have a lobster named Ralph over there. All right,
funny.
we're getting off topic.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate
Anytime.
it. And please come back for sure to talk about the CPC stuff
Yes,
and
yes.
Battle of the Badges Part 2.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. It's not that hard, right? Just
Yeah.
shooting the breeze.
We're gonna like Air 5 because
Yeah,
you
we
can't
can
shake
air 5,
hands. Okay.
right? We can't cred 5.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a live look at the aisle cam, and we're gonna get ready to talk to Jim Simmons, our store director, here in just a few moments. We have a pretty good view this morning. Look at Sherry working hard on register 11, and Skylar doing the bagging. You know, Skylar is what's funny about Skylar, who you can see bagging right now. For the past few years, I had gone to Blaine's Farm and Fleet when they do their little Black Friday stuff, and Skylar and his dad were always the first ones there in search of Hot Wheels cars. So I've known Skylar for like 5 years. I didn't even realize he worked here until I started. So he's a good man, and we're happy to have him. And Sherry was working floral last week, and I know she's excited to be back at her post, which is running the register and giving people the business.
You said work like 3 times and her name at the same time, and I'm trying to figure that all out. I haven't figured that
I
one
love
out.
it. Store director Jim Simmons in the house. We're excited. We got through Valentine's Day.
Yep.
It was so fun. I got done with the show on Valentine's Day, walked over to the club room, and I put together about like 50 or 60 of those boxes that the
Oh, yeah.
plants went in or
Yep,
flowers went in. And then Lori Hardman, who will probably be on the show one of these days, she's great. She said, hey, if I had a van, do you want to go make deliveries? Yes, if you trust me.
Yeah.
I'm in. I didn't roll
I
any stops that day in the Hy-Vee van, of course. But I was out delivering from like 10:45 to 4:45, came back to the store twice, and it was great to see the reaction on people's faces because a lot of them were surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, when you knock on that door, it's pretty cool.
Right.
It really is. I mean, people love to get things, you know, and especially the ones that aren't really expecting it,
Yeah.
you know. And maybe they don't have a significant other,
Sure.
but mom and dad sent them something, they just weren't quite ready for it, you know, and it's
One of my
pretty cool.
favorite deliveries was it was very particular. Go to the basement of Unity Point Health Hospital, walk past the cafeteria to the laundry room, and that's where you're going to find a lady by the first name of Cindy.
Cindy.
And that was super cool because I know exactly where the cafeteria is in the hospital from having kids and surgeries and other things.
Yeah.
They got pretty good breakfast down there.
Yeah.
So I walk right past, and there they were. They were so excited. You know?
Was that the first time you've been in the laundry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
first
was.
time. Right.
Okay, I was just curious. I didn't know what else you did there.
Well,
so.
trust me, they were doing a lot of hard work down there.
Yeah.
So, but that was just a fun thing to experience from this side of it for myself.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's much more than just flowers, and that's what's probably
Well-
evolved the most over the years, right?
Yeah, the thing of it is when you're out there doing that, it is special, you know, and you treat each one of them as it's special. It's not like, oh, it's just another plant. No,
Right.
it's a special event for those folks. So every delivery is special. So we try to make it that way.
Sure.
We do everything we can to make it right.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we're human. We're going to make mistakes, but we always make them right.
100%.
And I think we did a great job with Valentine's Day. I thought we did an excellent job. That the department was ready to go. Didn't miss any sales, sold a lot of flowers. And, you know, and honestly, I didn't take complaints. So there wasn't, you know, just a handful of things we maybe could have done a little better.
Sure.
But very few. I mean, people were very excited about what we did. So I think the hats off to the team up front, and Emily and Steve and everybody to make it happen. Lori and Barb doing the deliveries because it's a process. It's,
Oh, my.
when you do that many deliveries in one day, it's a process.
I mean, we had it like zoned. So I took stuff as far as all the way down Moscow Road it was like Whitmer. It was snow covered, drove past a couple cows, said what's up. And kept going and found a house, and the lady was home, and it was great.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about this store is like we're getting out there.
Moscow Road, you probably went by ducks and turkeys.
Yeah.
And I've been down that road a million times. I know what's on that road. And the nice thing is we were able to do that.
Yeah.
And I know Brian, he did a lot of the out of town deliveries, and it went smooth.
Yeah.
And that's I always, when I have that many people on the road, and it doesn't seem like a lot, I mean, I'm not in the trucking business, so I'm not used to having a lot of people on the road. I'm just glad everybody's safe.
Yes.
That's the key. Get back to the store and everything's good, and no accidents, and everybody's healthy, and that's my biggest concern on that day.
It was so fun too, because there was just such when it gets busy in the store, what I've noticed in the only 2 months that I've worked here full time is that there just becomes this energy. The store is alive. It's like a living, breathing thing, because people are not just buying flowers, they're getting dinners from the meat department or seafood, or they're picking up bottles of wine, and it just, every part of this store, you know, was just feeling good.
It's a weird day because there's a lot of people in here,
right?
But you go to the front end and there's nothing going on,
right?
And it's like, what is going on here? I mean, I see all these folks. Where are they going? You know, they're going to the floral shop, checking out, and leave, and taking off. So it's just a different feel that day. It's a lot of fun though. I mean, I love it when it's like that. Like I've told you a million times, I wish I could have Christmas every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know how to do that. I wish we could do it.
Well, here's how we're going to do it this Saturday. And if you follow us on Instagram, I shared this really early because I was up really early, and I thought I'll put it on Instagram for now, and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to pull it up here in a second. We're calling it the Super Saturday Fuel Up Special, and it's this coming Saturday right here at Hy-Vee. You spend $75, you're going to get a 50-cent fuel saver. So think about that for a second. We're going to put the graphic on the screen here so you can see this. It's such a great opportunity for you to save money. If you have the fuel saver card, look at that. Spend $75, get a 50-cent fuel saver. Now, Jim, correct me if I'm wrong. That's a great deal by itself. But if I'm really going to play it right, I'm going to come into the store and I'm going to take advantage of all the items that already have an additional fuel saver.
Exactly.
So it'll be more than 50 cents easily.
The thing about the fuel saver, last year we did it the same week, and we're like, oh man, we're up against that, so you got to turn around and do it again or you're just going to not make it,
Sure.
So we made it better this year by going to Saturday, because last year it was on Friday. Well, for some folks, you're working all day Friday, you got maybe a basketball game Friday night, and you're just like, I can't get there, but Saturday you can usually get here. So we set it up so it was on Saturday this year. We think it'll be a much bigger day, bigger deal. And yeah, you're right, Tony. I've already instructed all the department heads, have more fuel savers out. Whether it's, Mike always has his chicken breast out here. You buy 20 chicken breasts for $20, you get a 20-cent fuel saver.
Wow.
Well, we're going to have more of those kind of things, so it's not just a penny here or there. And I'll just tell you, I have literally hundreds, even thousands of them in the grocery aisles.
Yeah.
Just a penny or two here and there on different things. And then you take all the departments and you take the bakery department where we got nickels and dimes and quarters, and same way with all my food service, and there's just a lot of ways to save a lot of fuel. And really, if you come in and shop with us Saturday, and you take advantage of the deals, honestly, you can walk out with $20 or 20 gallons of pretty much free gas. I think it's a penny a gallon you have to pay.
You have to pay at least a penny, right?
But 20 cents for 20 gallon, I think most people would enjoy that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'll tell you what, the fuel saver is wonderful, and I've filled up the last 3 weeks. It's kind of been almost on the same day at Hy-Vee Gas, of course, and again, there were like 4 cars when I was getting gas on Friday, and I look over, and every single one of those customers were paying inside because they love the team that works there, and it's true.
Yep.
They're just top-notch folks, Terry and the crew at Hy-Vee Gas. But then when you go inside, you get money back on the fuel saver.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute, I could pay at the pump, or I can go inside, pay for my gas, throw in a Snickers, sorry, honey, and
it's always why not an apple?
yeah.
No, it's a Snickers. Come on.
Yeah. Well, you make an apple that tastes like Snickers.
And you're in?
I'm in. For sure.
I'll figure something out for you, dude.
But it's
I'll
so great because then they put it right back on the fuel saver.
Yeah.
And just like that, and then I must have bought something the other day, so I got 10 cents again.
Yeah.
And if you have a smartphone like most of us do, and you download that Hy-Vee app, it's so easy to track. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone. Or you might not be able to see it. I just want you to see how easy this app is. It's a free app on your phone, and when you click on fuel saver, you're going to see right there, if we can get in tight, that I have 10 cents. Now, don't be stealing my scan thing. Don't be putting your phone up to my QR reader.
Can they do that?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Crazy.
Well, I had 10 cents, so what I'm saying is it's really easy to track, and this tells me that I have like 25 days to use it. Well, I'm going to get more than 10 cents.
Right.
So we want you to get excited about this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
And get ready to save at the pump.
Tony, I want to talk about this for a second. You know, if you spend 10 gallon, you're going to start your next visit off with a nickel automatically if you just go in and see the crew. I mean, that's how easy it is. I mean, it's so simple. I guess I just laugh at times because I have people say, "Oh, I don't want that. It doesn't work." And I see how many dollars we save, hundreds and thousands. I mean, in last quarter alone, it was I can't remember, $181,000.
It was a lot of money.
It was a bunch, right? And then if you just use it and go inside, you're going to get a nickel right up front.
Right.
So, and then for somebody to tell me it doesn't work, and believe it or not, we have at least 50% of our customers have one.
That's awesome.
So I got 50% of our customers saying this thing works.
Yeah.
And so I know it works. So all you got to do is take advantage of it. I mean, all you have to do is sign up, get it, and then on top of it, you get every one of our ads just because you're a Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Perks person.
Get them in the mail.
Yeah, and then check out our ads.
Sure.
Because how many perk items is there?
There's a ton of them.
Yeah, there's like 6 to 8 perk items on our ads, and those are hot deals. I mean, those are like, if I'll go back on a couple of them. They were eggs at 29 cents. Right, with a perks card. That's a great price. You got pop. We were $3.99 or $3.98, excuse me, on a 24 pack of Pepsi a few weeks ago, and that was with a perks card. So if you don't have the perks card, you're missing out.
Totally.
And then you don't get our ads on top of it. So you really got to have that card filled out properly online so you're getting our ads and you're taking advantage of all those savings.
I hope that you will, because again, it just makes sense. And I also want to mention, if you text all one word Hy-Vee gas to 49833, you're going to get text messages back with great deals like this one from last week, Hy-Vee gas deal. It was enjoy any appetizer for $1. That was good for last Friday. So that's something else that's just kind of fun, that you can stay connected for sure. Like, you know, it's just about providing good service, saving you a couple bucks, because we know that everybody's busy working hard and their time can, and I'm glad again that you mentioned that we talked about doing the Fuel Saver event on Friday, but we moved it to this Saturday because I think, Chad, there's a Muskie playoff basketball game Friday. Is that right? This Friday. So look at that. So you can go watch the Muskies and then come see us on Saturday. And spend $75 and get that 50-cent fuel saver.
See, all of a sudden we're geniuses. We move it to Saturday and we're geniuses. You know, it's like, wow, look what we did.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but we're geniuses, ladies and gentlemen.
We looked at.
You heard it here
magic
first.
Magic ball right there. We looked into the future and said, this is what we got to do.
Oh, it's wild.
I love it.
It'll be interesting to see, like, again, being new to retail, especially the grocery business, like there's this seasonal aisle that we have, and it was Valentine's Day, and then the next day it was Easter. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I told Ramona as she was setting it up, I was like, already? And she said, what else am I supposed to put here?
Well,
and I was like, you're right, but then also St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day is coming. But think how quick Easter will be here.
Right.
It's the end of March. It's fast this year. It's 2 weeks closer than last year.
It's on April Fool's Day, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's right there. I mean, so we got to have it out here, or people will be asking us where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, and then St. Patty's Day is a great day.
Yes.
I mean, I love that day. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people have a good time with it.
Oh, yeah.
March Madness is going on at the same time with it, you know. So there's a lot of great stuff going on with it that time of year. And everybody needs a reason to have a Guinness. I don't know why. I can't drink the stuff, but hey, you know, if you want a Guinness, we got that. Anything for, an Irish person, we're going to take care of them.
Yeah, Guinness is like kind of almost like drinking a steak in a glass. And I'm a fan.
Are you really?
I'm a fan. I can do like one.
I can't even do
or
one.
Two. Then they put out that Guinness Blonde that's a little bit lighter.
Yeah, when it looks like I'm supposed to pour it on a pancake, something's not right. I mean, I just can't do that.
Guinness pancakes, that could be an idea. Somebody asked me last week, one of my friends, they said, so what are you going to do when it's St. Patrick's Day and you're talking about, Jameson and Guinness, are you going to drink on the show? And I said, no. No.
Not on the show,
that.
before and after maybe.
That's right. I don't plan on doing that. We'll display anything and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, you can take my word that we're going to be talking to you a lot about Reubens and corned beef and all that.
Our Reuben sandwiches are awesome. Oh my goodness, they're good.
I tell you what, just to give a plug to Rose, who's often over there in the sandwich shop making those sandwiches, are just dynamite.
They are,
and they're no more than $5, $6, $7. And I get them mostly panini style.
Yeah.
Because of that panini press that we have.
Yep.
And I'll walk away and come back, and I almost feel bad that I hadn't been buying those sandwiches until I worked here.
They are really good,
Yeah.
and she does a great job making them. And then you got, the Market Grill, that Reuben in there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it's probably the best one in town. It's just that
I don't know if
good,
I've
right
had
along
that
with our
one.
hamburgers.
So sampling food on the show, okay.
Yeah.
Booze, no. But
we're
food, yes.
we can sample some food.
That's a good trade-off.
We've always been able to do that pretty well.
And also last week I had one of our tenderloin sandwiches from the kitchen.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It was unreal.
Hand breaded.
It was unreal.
I mean, we cut, we tenderize those things, we do it all.
It was this big.
Yeah.
But it wasn't overwhelmingly, well, for me, it wasn't overwhelmingly big. You could have cut it up and had lunch and dinner, but let me just tell you, and then I had party potatoes for the side.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know it was a party.
You need to come in and check out the Hickory House because, we've got a lot of the things we used to have now. There for a while we kind of got away from maybe what we were or who we really are. And we went back to a lot of those foods. Our meatloaf is meatloaf, our meatloaf recipe again. And a lot of different sides, a lot of different dishes. And it's really back to what we were before. And I'm excited about that. And the Market Grill, some people are upset we don't have waitresses anymore. But then a lot of people wanted to go back to the format we have now because it's just faster.
Sure.
I mean, you can get in, get your food, get your drinks yourself, sit down, get out, get in and out quickly. And I had a lot of people want us to go back to this way. So I'm in a catch-22 there. Some people aren't excited about it. Other people are really excited about it.
All you got to do is order a hamburger and game over.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Once you try it, I mean...
I watched them hand patty them and go right on...
The best hamburgers in town.
Little seasoning. I'm not going to tell you what the seasoning was because they told me. And I was like, oh, wow. And then,
you could, but then... We'd have to...
it's a good sized burger too, right? It's a good sized burger.
Oh, it's a huge burger.
Oh,
I mean,
goodness.
That's awesome. They're the best burgers in town. There's no doubt. And I'm not the one that's saying that. I have a lot of customers tell me that this is the place to eat a hamburger. People don't think of us. They just don't think of us that way.
That's what can be kind of weird. There's a restaurant in a grocery store, but if you think about how convenient that is, I saw him back there with the gloves on, hand patty, the seasoning, and then right on, and they're not the perfect shape. And I think that's a sign of a hand patty burger.
It is.
Right? Because if they were,
If it's exact, dude, you got a frozen burger, right? I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
If it isn't just unique like it would be at home, that came in that's a frozen patty or made somewhere or not here.
And if you want a good night's sleep, you get the mac and cheese burger with a fork and a knife, and then you'll just do one of those stretches where you're like, ooh. And I don't know if people have taken naps in the Market Grill Express. They may have.
They may have, yeah.
I'm not going to hold it against you if you do.
I could understand why they would after eating some of that because it's not a small burger. It's
Stick
a
to
big
your ribs,
burger.
good eating.
And the fries are amazing.
Oh,
I'm telling
boy.
you, it's a great place to eat. People just don't think of us. They really don't. If they did, they'd be here. If they just tried it.
Yeah, come out and give it a shot. You won't regret it, that's for sure. Anything on the menu is really that good too.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic.
All right, Jim Simmons, store director, Hy-Vee. It's President's Day. It's a fun day to be here for sure because snow is melting. Even if it's a little overcast, we're going to have highs in the upper 50s.
Yep.
Not a bad deal.
This little rain clean some stuff up, maybe.
Yes,
that'd be nice.
Hey, it's a free car wash. That's what I always say. Right?
Yeah.
You got your car sitting out in the lot, free car wash.
Right,
Not
until
too
you
shabby.
put it in gear, and then all
That's
of a
right.
sudden it's not a clean car wash anymore.
All right, let's take a live look again at the aisle cam if we could. The President's Day edition aisle cam here at Hy-Vee as we want to make sure that Sherry is still working out there. There she is.
Sherry's here.
She's got to be. She's the only register open at the moment.
Yeah,
right?
she's here. Let's just leave it at that. I tell Sherry this all the time. She's just here.
She's got one of the best senses of humor ever, though. And she knows so many people. Again, you want to talk about customer service. People that work here know their customers, whether it's your first time or your 50th.
Yeah.
And if you go to that gas station, Hy-Vee Gas, and you just stand in there for a minute, Terry and Janet or Terry or whomever, they will know everybody's first name. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's just next level.
Yeah. Phil's ridiculous.
Phil, too.
I mean, I'm telling you, that guy, He amazes me how many people's names he knows. I don't know their names. I mean, I
Right.
try really hard. I know
Right.
some, and he knows their kids. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, dude, how do you do that? That is just so cool. I wish I had a memory like that. He's amazing
Me
with
too.
it.
Me too.
He's just a great guy to have up on the front end.
There's a lot of good members of this team for sure that make it a great place to work. And
Yeah.
when you come in, again, you might just be coming in to run in and get bread, milk, whatever, but we're going to take care of you. And again, for sure, Saturday, fuel saver event. Spend $75, get a 50-cent fuel saver. Let me see if we can get that graphic up one more time so we can remind you. And of course, you're going to see it all over our social media channels. There it is, right there. Looks good.
Be ready for that.
Spend-
That's a great fuel saver for this Saturday, folks. You got to take advantage of that one.
Absolutely. And that'll start as soon as the doors open.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tony, I guess we can talk about anything. It's our show. So
Yeah,
this is great.
100%. Right.
So something new I just want to bring up. You probably see it in our parking lot right now. Is the 2 containers we have outside. We're
Yes.
redoing those inside containers. We're
Okay.
redoing them. They're putting air and heating and a front door on it. And it's just actually going to be a small building out there.
Okay.
And we don't take cans and bottles in here because we send it to the Redemption Center.
Sure.
The Redemption Center is going to be right there.
Nice.
Yeah. So
okay.
you can come right to the parking lot. Take your cans there. It's not quite open yet. They still got a little work to do.
Okay.
But that will be our Redemption Center. I had a customer this week come in from, I don't know, Davenport somewhere, and is upset because we don't take them, but none of us take it here in town, and to support the Redemption Center. And
Sure.
they're going to be right in our parking lot now. It's going to be super easy for our customers just to bring them, drop them off, come right here. And I just want you to know that's coming. It's not
Nice.
that we've been working on this for a while because I don't want them in the store. I'm not going to lie to you. So the Redemption Center is great for us.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
just dirty. It's
Sure.
just something I want in here. It's in our grocery carts. I mean,
Yeah.
it's everything, and it's just not a good thing for a grocery store. So this is the best alternative I can have, and it's right here. It's going to be super easy. It's the same group that was downtown, but it'll be easier to get
Awesome.
to. And I'm excited about it. I hope you folks are too, and you'll be able to take advantage of that here in the next week or two, I hope, depending on how quick they can put it together.
Yeah, and now you know what's going on with those
Yes.
2 giant containers in the lot.
Yeah, I've had a lot of questions
Yeah,
about it, so there.
It's a secret.
Yeah,
Not
we'll-
anymore.
We'll get it all.
Yeah.
Get a logo on there. I ask them
Cool.
to put their logos on it so people know what it is.
Yeah.
And,
So think about that, right? You got those, get the bag, fill it up, bring it in, and then come back in the store and pick
Yep.
up more pop or beer or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I just try to make
nice.
it easier because
Yeah.
downtown, a lot of people don't go down there, and a lot of people do, but we're just trying to make it easier, and I know the parking lot's a lot easier to get in and out of,
100%.
and so on.
100%.
So we're kind of excited about that, and hopefully that'll, hopefully the next week too. I don't know how long it's going to be. I haven't heard. He's still got some work to do in it, but as soon as we can get it open, we will.
And we'll tell you right here on Hy-Vee today, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll have a champagne out there, and we'll smack it against that thing. It'll be great. It'll
Yes.
be great.
That is great. All right, thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
me. I
We
love
got
being on.
we got a full slate of guests this week on the show, and I'm excited. And I know that if you're again watching this and you're involved with a local organization that does good work in Muscatine or Wilton, later this week we're going to have Mark Snavely from Wilton Community Schools on here. So we're trying to reach out. So if there's someone that you think we should talk to, you can comment if you're watching this on Facebook in the comments. Of course, you could send us an inbox message, or you can email hyveetoday@gmail.com. A lot of messages on there with folks that you're going to be seeing here very soon, and we have a little slick graphic as well. hyveetoday@gmail.com. Send those to me. We'll get you booked. We'll talk to you, and it's really just as easy as keeping in mind we do know a lot about the things that are going on in Muscatine and the surrounding communities. But if you feel like we're not aware of something, send it to me. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel, or again, Hy-Vee Today. It's right there, hyveetoday@gmail.com, right underneath. You can see that. So thank you for watching. Thanks to Officer Whitney Pena for being here, School Resources Officer with Muscatine Police Department, and a friend of mine for a number of years now, and thanks to Hy-Vee Store Director Jim Simmons. This is Tony Tone. Might need an umbrella today. Snow is going bye-bye. We do have a chance for some freezing rain later in the week, and that's okay. It's Iowa in February. And a reminder once again that we're going to save you some serious money on that fuel saver this Saturday. We'll talk about that each day that we're on this week for sure. Enjoy the rest of your President's Day. Kids don't have school. Wow. I'll try to talk to Jim about closing the doors on President's Day next year. We'll see if that's going to be a thing or not. We'll just stick to Christmas probably. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 right here on Hy-Vee Today.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.